Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video here. So here is my episode 8 review. Obviously, this will contain spoilers for the episode, so I hope you guys are all aware of that. But before we get into this video, I do want to thank this video's sponsor, The Walking Dead Survivors. I'm super excited to talk about this game. The Walking Dead Survivors is a massive community and survival-based game that you actually have to use some of the knowledge that you have or may have learned from The Walking Dead to survive your enemies. The game features many aspects of the Walking Dead universe, from having like fan favorite characters as a part of your community to managing a community and fighting to survive. I have tons of fun playing this. If you want a solid zombie apocalyptic mobile survival game, this is it. Maintaining, managing, and leading your community takes gathering supplies, you have to train characters, fighting oncoming hordes of walkers, and using your own knowledge of the zombie apocalypse to survive. Also, an amazing feature of this game that I really like and I personally feel makes it stand out is the ability to create clans and team up with your friends online to strengthen your community against hordes of walkers. Honestly, it's so incredible to see characters like Shane and Glenn again, right? And also like Rick and Negan, especially a character like Glenn for me personally, just because he's been gone for quite some time now. So to have him alive in your own Walking Dead story / game is just awesome. The online community for this game is massive. If you love The Walking Dead as much as I do, you have to play this game. So guys, please go show your support for The Walking Dead by downloading the game. Trust me, it's a ton of fun. It's available on all iOS and Android platforms. The links are down below in the description, and yeah, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys downloaded the game. And not only that, use the code Walking Dead Survivors to get free in-game rewards worth 20 bucks. I mean, it's free $20, right? Like I said, the links are going to be in the description. This is a crazy offer. I really wouldn't miss out on it. Once again, I just want to thank The Walking Dead Survivors for sponsoring the video. I had a lot of fun doing that, and I really hope you guys download the game. I honestly, the game is so much fun, and I'm going to have a lot of fun playing it over the next couple of months that The Walking Dead's going to be on break, because I'm just going to miss it, right? Though we do have the other spin-off shows. We have World Beyond and we also have Fear the Walking Dead. I just can't wait to see how many people are going to download the game, just because, yeah, I want to show The Walking Dead how big of a fan base that we have here, right? Like, yeah, and if you are going to download the game, definitely comment down below. I'd like to see how many people do, just based off of who comments anyways. But let's talk about my episode 8 review. This episode, I actually, like, I do have some issues with the episode, with where it ends off and stuff. But I will say, in terms of what we got, I actually really did like it. And if I was to give like a non-spoiler like review for this, I would say that I guess I should have expected it based off of how much they had to do in episode 8. Obviously, it was going to go in this direction, right? Like in my episode 8 trailer breakdown videos, and I guess maybe in my episode 7 review, I always said like they had to do this, they had to do that. There were so many storylines that they had to wrap up or introduce, and I was like, how are they going to do it all? Like, this better be a mega episode. And in terms of what they did, I was really excited, and a lot of it is really great. I would just say that it seems like episode 9 is going to be the big one, right? It seems like all the big moments that we want, like there were some big moments in this episode, but all of the really big moments that we want, it looks like it's going to be saved for part 2. So yeah, that's all I'll say for a non-spoiler review. But let's talk to spoilers now. So though I wasn't too big of a fan of the lack of, like, you know, the Commonwealth stuff, and there's a lot of things that I wanted in this episode, I'm actually very happy that they didn't rush it, right? Like this episode could have felt very rushed if the Reaper arc ended in this episode, and if they gave us some Commonwealth stuff, and if somehow they all made it back to Alexandria. It made sense. Like, it does make sense. I don't know why I expected so much from this episode. But, you know, and I do think with what we've got, it was really great. You know, like Pope's death was shocking. Even though I knew it was going to happen, I didn't think Leah was going to be the one to do it. I do like the fact that everyone found out that Daryl was on Maggie's side and stuff, and there was that whole reveal. But Leah, that I can't believe. And basically, it seems like this one here is part 1. It's a 2-parter, it seems like. Episode 9 is gonna wrap up everything here. So like that, like we know for sure that that's gonna happen, right? Because we did see Connie and Carol. They met up. Obviously they're out there. We didn't really see much of them in the episode though. There's some stuff with Aaron. He went out, and like obviously we didn't see any of that. So I think we're gonna see that in episode 9. Virgil also in that scene there says that he doesn't know where Michonne went. that kind of, I will say, annoyed me a little bit, because now it's like, I guess it's just Judith then, right? Like Judith is the one that has to say. So that part there, I wasn't the biggest fan of. I really wanted Virgil to say something, or say that he knew at least, right? But they said that he didn't know. So I'm like, okay, I guess Virgil's not going to be the one to tell everyone, right? Negan and Elijah are also really hurt, and we'll focus more on the Reaper thing. In terms of what happened in Alexandria, it was a big storm, but not a lot was shown right away. And the reason is because of, I think, where they want to go in episode 9. Like, this definitely, everything here ended on a cliffhanger. Every storyline ended on a cliffhanger. And if you think about every single storyline that we have right now, it literally is all on big cliffhangers, right? Like the state of Eldon, right? Like, is he alive out there? Like, where is he, right? The Commonwealth, they're all awaiting like this trial, I guess, or I don't know about a trial, but Eugene punched Sebastian, so there's this huge thing going on there, right? And the meeting of Pamela Milton. Everyone in Alexandria is trapped, you know, they're still going through that storm, and then now Daryl, Maggie, Negan, and the rest at Meridian are now dealing with what Leah did there. And I will say the Daryl and Leah stuff is what made this episode so good. It made it so good. Honestly, this episode is my favorite of all of the 8 episodes for sure. Even though I did have higher expectations and I was disappointed in not getting certain things, I still really loved the Daryl and Leah stuff. I felt like it actually advanced the Reaper storyline quite a bit. It actually went in a direction that made sense. Like you kill the leader of the Reapers, and now Leah is the new leader. You have Carver there, who's really likable, and a lot of the Reapers are gone now, but you still have Leah there in that position. And now Daryl's going to be very conflicted, because now what does Leah do, right? And I'm really interested in that now, because I don't even know if Leah's ever going to make it back to Alexandria. That was such a poor prediction of mine, because like, what happens now? Is Daryl going to try and talk with her? Right? Like, I don't know where they go with Leah, because that was just such a crazy direction to take the character in. But Leah is now the villain, and we'll just have to see where that goes. I imagine, obviously, in episode 9, they're going to wrap it all up, but now I just can't wait. I really can't wait for episode 9. Like, again, I wanted everything to wrap up in this episode. I didn't want to get a lot, but I'm happy with what we got, because they did end a certain aspect to the Reaper storyline, but set up something new here. And so I guess it's still going to continue, right? Rosita had a very cool action scene. This episode definitely, in terms of the Alexandria storyline, really focused on Rosita, which I thought was great, because the character needs a lot more screen time, right? So I enjoyed all that stuff there. And in terms of the Maggie and Negan storyline, there isn't really too much there besides them just trying to get into Meridian, bringing the Walker Horde in there, and they are successful with it. I will say Norman Reedus and Lynn Collins, I think, carry this whole episode for the most part. It's so fun to see Daryl get really paranoid, and he's looking around like, oh shit, I don't know what to do here. Oh, this Reaper went over there. Okay, I know Maggie and Negan, or I guess that was Gabriel. Maggie and Gabriel are going to be walking around there, so I gotta go over there. And then, man, I felt so bad for that Reaper. That was such a chill conversation between Daryl and whoever that Reaper's name was. But Daryl, obviously, he has a mission here and kills that Reaper, allows Maggie and Gabriel to get inside the walls here. That big mega weapon that they're using, that's definitely going to be a problem. And obviously, that is the cliffhanger here, right? The cliffhanger to all of this is that there's this big weapon with tons of arrows. I don't know exactly what they said. It was like Wacha, or it was something like that. But the subtitle said it was like TWACHA, or so like twat. I think the T was, I don't know. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Anyways, it was like this huge box of arrows, and it was kind of like a dynamite. All the arrows were going to go just exploding out there and just take everyone out. And Maggie and Negan are right out there. And so, you know, Daryl jumped down, and just considering where everyone is, that's the big cliffhanger, right? They're all basically going to be taken out. You know, Leah also told Carver to close the doors, close the gates. We're going to kill everyone inside the gates. And so now where do they go, right? Like, now what happens? Well, I think that's where Gabriel could come into play, to be honest. We know some of the arrows are going to go off, and so it could hit them. It might hit Negan. It might hit Maggie. It could kill someone. It could kill Elijah, to be honest. That'd be sad. But it could. People could get like severely wounded. Like that could obviously happen here. But a part of me thinks that Gabriel is going to be there to save the day. And so, yeah, we're going to have to wait and see what happens here. But like, this is a big cliffhanger. And so, yeah, like I was saying, I mean, like, I really liked what they did here with Leah and Daryl. And I like the decision to make Leah the ultimate villain here, I guess. Leah and Daryl are the big stars of the episode. They definitely carry, I guess, the emotional element here. And just that scene where Daryl's trying to, like, he's contemplating whether or not he should tell Leah, like, it's just so panicky, and you can see it in Norman Reedus' performance. That's what I really loved. He was just like, oh, shit, should I tell her? Should I tell her? Okay, they're about to do that. They're going to kill people or my family down there. What the hell do I do? And he's like, oh, I got to tell her. And so when he does it, you can see the urgency there. You can see, like, Norman Reedus is such a great actor. You can really see it in that moment. And I love that. I love the intensity of that. There's just that chemistry there between Lynn Collins and Norman Reedus, right? I think that's why Leah and Daryl work really well. And then when Pope comes out, all that drama there, oh man, honestly, I loved it. So overall, you know, I did enjoy this episode. I'm upset that a lot of the things that were supposed to happen didn't happen, or at least the stuff that I was hoping that was going to happen didn't happen. But I think that the second part is going to look really great. And as of now, I didn't check out the episode 9 trailer. There should be a trailer for episode 9, or at least what to expect in part 2, because they usually announce that or reveal that right after episode 8 airs. So if that's out, I'll definitely do a video on that. I didn't want to do a video on it right away, just because if I watch that trailer and I see a bunch of new scenes, my mind's going to be just focused on that and really hyped for that. And then when I do the review, I notice sometimes in my reviews, when I watch the trailer for the next episode, like before I do record my review, in those reviews, I'm talking about the next episode so much, right? And in this one here, I really wanted to talk about what happened in episode 8. And I mean, this concludes the first part. And when you look at the story overall, this definitely was a Reaper story, or Reaper arc. The first part here really focused on this scary roadshow. I would say it definitely returned to that. I do like the Reaper story overall. It's still not completely over yet, though it basically is at this point. Like, we are getting to the point where, I mean, yeah, like, the Reaper arc is going to conclude in episode 9, for sure. Like, in that episode is definitely done, but for now, it's kind of, the majority of it is, right? And I'm just excited for what's next, and I will say the stuff that I knew is sort of, I guess it's Pamela Milton related. It was stuff that I didn't know when it was going to happen. I thought maybe 8 or 9, but basically after watching this, it's confirmed to me now that, yeah, it's happening in 9 for sure. But I guess we'll find out in, February, I'm guessing, which kind of sucks. The Walking Dead's coming back in February. I mean, that's so long. Oh my God. But I'm going to leave it here. Stay tuned for my episode 9 trailer breakdown. I'm going to be doing that right after this. And yeah, make sure to be a subscriber if you want more Walking Dead content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next one.